Welcome to EuroCham's Exporter Story interview. I am Celebrity, a project coordinator for the Export Support Program here at EuroCham. At EuroCham, we are organizing a series of interviews which we called Exporter Stories interviews, where we invite companies that are currently exporting their products outside of Cambodia. This interview entails 3 parts, the introduction, opportunity and challenges, and then the last part we will dive through the lessons that we learned throughout the interview. Today we have Ms. Pala here from Khmer Green Charcoal, where she will introduce us about herself and her company as well. So let's get into the first part of our interview, which is the introduction part. Ms. Pala, please introduce yourself and your company.
Okay, hi, my name is Pala and I work for Khmer Green Charcoal as a business development manager. So Khmer Green Charcoal was born in 2008, and before this company just created by the 2 NGO called PSE and also the other one Cambodia. But today, Khmer Green Charcoal becomes the largest manufacturing in Cambodia, which produce char briquette that made from coconut shell and also other recycled biomass waste.
That sounds very interesting. So, how did Khmer Green Charcoal come up with this business idea? What was the inspiration behind this?
Actually, our goal to run the business because we focus on 3 main things. First is about environment. So as the main raw material that we produce our product is made from the coconut shells, and this is mean that we don't cut the tree. So as the climate change is important, that we bring this product. So that means we sell the tree to have the environment. And the second thing is about the social impact, that we really care about our people. So Khmer Green Charcoal produce this product which is no smoke, less spark, and also can burn longer compared to the traditional charcoal. So we think that this product is good for the people that use. And secondly, so the people, we open for the people that they are uneducated. That means that if KGC doesn't help them, our people is very difficult to find a job from outside because their knowledge is very low. So that's why we try to run this business to help them. And beside that, we also have the children related to the work. The children related to the child of our worker. So before our worker can come to work with us, they need to make sure that their children need to be at school. So this is very important for us. And the third one, that we running this business because we see that a lot of raw material that's thrown away on the ground. So this is one part that we think that KGC also can manage the waste management in Phnom Penh.
So let me just follow up with you on that. You mentioned that the children of the workers at KGC need to be at school. Does KGC also support them to go to school as well?
Yeah, exactly. We support them. Very small thing, just we follow up with our workers, like what is going on with your children, if they are going to school or if they stop, what will they do? So we always talk to our worker to make sure the children must be at school. So beside that, we also support some like health insurance and also a good salary to the worker as well.
Right. Because prior to this interview, we had this discussion, which you mentioned that at Khmer Green Charcoal, you choose to employ workers to work instead of using machinery, right? So what's the main purpose of this?
To help those people, we do not use machine so much because we want to give more opportunity to people that they're difficult to find a job, especially we don't want them to migrate to the other country. So this is good if we don't use machine, so we open more opportunity to the people.
So you have the capacity to use machinery, but you just choose not to use it.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. Can you tell me how this business idea came to life? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, actually, our goal to run this business, we focus on three main things. So first is about the environment, with that we sell the tree because our raw material we make from the coconut shells. So this is the good thing that not only in Cambodia but also the people from outside that need to support to buy our product, because we have together to protect like the climate change to prevent. And the second one is about the social impact, which we really cares about the people, because mostly we hire the people from downside of Phnom Penh, which we think that most of them they don't educate well, like they cannot read. So we just give the opportunity to them to work with us. We focus not only our workers, but we also focus about like care about their family as well. The family here we refer to their children, because KGC has very strong commitment that we want to have the child and so protect the child, that education is very important for the children. So the worker that can come to work with KGC, they have the contract with us that before they can come to work, they must make sure that their child need to go to school. And every day our production manager will follow up with them, like does their child go to school or not yet, or what is going on if they don't go to school. So this is the thing that behind our business, we focus on this. And like I mentioned, first one is about the environment. Yes, so one part that we also see that a lot of raw material that's thrown on the ground. So that's why KGC think that this is one part that we can help to collect or to manage all the waste management around Phnom Penh.
That's right. Because we had a conversation prior to this interview. We talked briefly, and you mentioned something about the use of machinery inside your company, and you mentioned that you have the capacity to use machinery, but your company chooses not to use machines. Instead, you choose to employ people to work for you. What is the main goal? What is the main purpose behind this?
Actually, if we use machine, we can get more product as we want and also faster. But we don't use the machine. Actually, we try to create or build this business because we want to give more opportunity to people that they lack of opportunity to find a job outside. Because like I mentioned earlier about the KGC history, the main goal is to help people that uneducated. So this is our priority thing.
So what about the children of the workers? Do you have any support for them? Let's say financially, or after they finish school, does Khmer Green Charcoal offer them job opportunities or things like that?
Exactly. In the past we did, because some children they drop out from school. So what KGC can do, we just talk to their parents and call, like this case is depend on the age as well, because KGC cannot hire the child under the age to work with us. So, for example, if the children under like 18, we try to force them go to school to collaborate with the organization that we are collaborate with each other. And if they are up to 18, we give like internship and also part-time job to work with us. And our staff in the office always help them as well.
Right. So, how many offices do you have at the moment?
We have only one currently in Phnom Penh.
So the last question of our introduction part is: are you currently exporting your products?
Yeah. Recently we did. We export to Japan, to Korea, and also to Germany.
So now we will move on to the second part of our interview, which is the opportunities and the challenges. The first question of this part is: what was the most challenging hurdle to overcome when beginning to export your products internationally?
Well, at the beginning it was very hard for us to export the product internally, because last time we don't have our own export license, and we need to use the agency to help us. So this point is not easy for us, and also the language to communicate with the customer from Europe also is not easy for us. Yeah. So we spend more time to negotiate and also to explain them. And beside that, beside like the license and the communication, but also the logistic company that we need to find like the SOP price to show to the customer. So we spend more time on this point.
Yeah. So, because you exported your products into Germany before, right? And did you ever have any challenges in terms of certification process or registration process? Having to register your product as a certain type of product, or having to register for a certain certificate?
Yeah, I think this is the thing that we need to do first before we export our product to the Europe, because like if we don't register like to the government or something, we cannot export our product. Especially fabricate is the kind of shoe, so really difficult. So first we need to apply our product to ISO 9001 standard, and also need to have the specification labo test as well. And also like the material safety, we need to have the data sheet to have like the proof to sell to the customer.
What about all those testings? Did you have to send your products abroad to be tested, or?
Yeah, before the customer decide to order from us, they need some samples. So first we need to bring small amount to them first.
Right. What about things like finding buyers or other foreign requirements? Were these one of the challenges that you faced as well?
First, because we don't have any partnership, so that is difficult for us to work with like the logistic company. So I can tell you the story recently in 2020 because of the pandemic, like COVID-19. So the price of the export is, can say that 5 or 6 times different from before. So right now we cannot export in the COVID situation. So we really spend time for this thing. Yeah.
But is it difficult to find buyers?
We do have to like we can find a buyer, but the difficult thing is the shipment.
So it's not that hard
Yes.
to find people who need the products.
Yeah, I think most people they know our company and also our story, so that's why they want to support. But the difficult thing for us is the transportation cost that the customer cannot afford because the price is too expensive.
Okay, so it sounds to me like finding buyers is not that difficult for your company, but it's more of finding the right logistics company and match with the requirements of the buyers or the countries that you export your products to. That is the end of our opportunities and challenges part. Then we will jump into the next part, which is the lessons learned part. So the first question is, what value do you see exporting your products internationally? Can you describe it?
Well, I can say that this is the great value that we got from the exporting. So I can say that very big thanks to our customer that buy the product from us. I can say that right now it's not only KGC that producing this product, but we also have the competitor. But beside the business, I think our competitor they don't do the same us, so that's why the customer from abroad still support and buy from us. So if we still have more customers from outside of Cambodia, this is a good chance. Like I can say that they support to buy. It means that they also can support to the people that KGC is helping right now, and also the children. Because like we mentioned in the beginning, we don't use the machine. We try to provide more job to the people. So this is the good thing that if we can export more, we can get more revenue that we can help the people.
That's great. So the final question is, what are the lessons that you would like to share to, let's say, a company that wants to export their products to another country as well?
Okay.
What would be your advice for them?
So first thing, you need to make sure that your product is good, like to apply with the ISO 9001 standard, and also do the test. Make sure the ball the ball make sure, and also need to register with the government as well, because if we don't register, it means that our company is not respect the law of Cambodia. Yes, this is the thing that we can share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Paulin. So hopefully the viewers at home, those who are currently exporting your products and those who are planning on exporting your products as well, can resonate with the story that we just dived into earlier. I think what we have learned is that it is important to ensure the quality of your products, of course, and there are a lot of challenges along the way, like logistics challenges and even certifications as well, and competitors, for example. So I think we've learned a lot from your story today, and I hope that you as the viewers can learn as much as we have, and we'll see you all in the next Exporter Story interview. Thank you.